My Lord, Senior Judge, Honorable Justice Masudi, and other Honorable Judges on the dais, Shri Kuldeep Tripathi, Additional Advocate General, Government of Uttar Pradesh, Shri S.M. Rakwar, Senior Counsel, Government of India, the office bearers and members of the Awadh Bar Association and others members present here, members of registry, brothers and sisters. My Lord, we have assembled here to mourn the sad demise of two of our honorable judges, Honorable Justice Vikas Srivastava and Honorable Justice S.H.A. Raza, former judges of this court. Honorable Justice S.H.A. Raza was born in the family of S.H.A. Sharif, known as Dargah of the famous Chishti Sufi Saint Makhdoom Sayyid Ashraf Jahangir Sevani on 7th of December 1939. His father Mehdi Hassan was a postmaster, and education was the most important trait of his family members and other 6 siblings who were given the best education available in those times. They were told to focus on the studies and rest will follow. This class earth, he studied in Faizabad, and then his father decided to settle in Lucknow, so he too had received his early education there, and he liked the city more than any other place. It was in Lucknow that he was enrolled in the government Jubilee Inter College and began his new innings in a new town. Raza reminds us fondly. In class 9, he took in part in number of debates, competitions, and a number of contests. It was then he met a lot of new people and also developed public speaking skills. The early 50 gave his life a new turn, as it was during these years he also got associated with the student movement in 1952. He became the General Secretary of Association known as Self-Governing Consulate of Jubilee College, and thereafter he joined the Student Federation of India and remained as active member of the Communist Party. Soon these movements became an essential part of his life when he enrolled in Lucknow University in 1956. After graduating in Bachelor of Arts and Law, he joined the bar in 1962 and specialized in service labor, civil and constitutional law. Also, it was in that same decade he joined the Congress and became General Secretary and President of Congress Committee, Lucknow. Also, because of his specialization, he got associated with various trade unions and got actively involved in meetings, rallies, demonstrations, and repressive policies of the then Janata Party government. It was in the late 70s he started taking up legal cases associated with the political party. He appeared as a lawyer in cases against the late Sanjay Gandhi, leader of Congress Party, launched in Hon'ble Court. He also appeared as a lawyer before the Aligarh Inquiry Commission to defend former Prime Minister Indira Gandhi. He was completely involved with political sting and took part in part twos and meetings. Then when Indiraji came to power, he decided to quit active politics and concentrate on his legal practice more in Lucknow bench of the Allahabad High Court. He was His elevation of judge has not happened overnight. His name was sponsored many times, but ultimately he became a judge of this High Court in 1989, 88, 89, and Lucknow bench of the Allahabad High Court. During the same, he was nominated by the governor as executive member of the Aligarh Muslim University. His tenure as judge of 13 years in a conservative estimate, and I disposed of about 1 lakh cases. Also still, he felt proud that his judgment in service, labor, civil and constitutional matter were acclaimed by the Supreme Court. It was in 2001 that he retired as a senior judge of Lucknow bench of Allahabad High Court. Mr. Honorable Justice Raza was very hale and hearty till his demise from this mortal world, and he was very informative one, and anyone who met with him has been impressed by his power to speak and the legal knowledge he had. My Lord Honorable Justice Mr. Vikas Kumar Srivastava, former judge of this court, was born on 26th of June 1960, and he became the judge of the Allahabad High Court on 22nd of November 2018, and he retired on 26th of June 2022. He practiced in civil side at Varanasi and Allahabad High Court and was legal retainer for the Hindustan Times Media Varanasi. His judicial experience with the different capacity, he was additional district and session judge Balia in 2005 and 6. Thereafter, he was special judge FC Court Balia in 2006 to September 2006. Additional district judge Balia from 29th of September 2006 to 5th of June 2008. Additional district judge Gorakhpur 7th of June 2010 to 1st of July 2009. He joined as Registrar Accounts High Court Lucknow on 2nd of July 2009 and served as such till 25th of July 2009. He rose in the capacity of Joint Registrar Listing High Court Lucknow on 25th of July 2009 and he served as such till 7th of November 2012. He served as Joint Registrar High Court Allahabad from 17th of September 2012 to 10th of July 2013. Joint Registrar Listing High Court Allahabad 10th of July 2013 to 16th of April 2014. Joint Registrar Listing High Court Allahabad from 16th of April 2014 to 4th of May 2016. District and thereafter District and Session Judge Sitapur from 5th of May 2016 till 18th of December 2016. District and Session Judge Raebareli from 19th of December 2016 to 21st of January 2017, and ultimately he became Registrar of High Court Lucknow on 22nd of January 2017 till 22nd of November 2018. He took oath as permanent judge on November 20, 2020. In the family of Justice Vikas Kumar Srivastava, his wife Mrs. Chandrakanta Srivastava is a graduate in art subject from Kanpur University, married in the year 1986, and since thereafter assisting and cooperating to him in every affairs of life till his death. Mr. Vikas Kumar Srivastava was participating in the marriage of his daughter when he met with a sudden cardiac arrest and breathed his last. Today, we mourn the demise of two of our legal luminaries and guardian, and I express my sentiments to be forwarded by your lordship to the members of the bereaved family.
Awadh Bar Association, Sri S.M. Singh Raikwar, Senior Counsel, Government of India, learned senior advocates, learned members of the bar, members of the registry and other staff members. My lords, we are assembled here today to pay tribute to late Honorable Mr. Justice S.H.A. Raza and late Honorable Mr. Justice Vikas Srivastava, former judges of this Honorable Court. Late Honorable Mr. Justice S.H.A. Raza was born on 7/12/1939 in district Ayodhya. His lordship did his graduation in Bachelor of Arts and Law in 1961, and after completion of law, enrolled in State Bar Council as an advocate in January 1962, and started practice in constitutional service, labor, civil, and constitutional side. His lordship joined Congress Party and became General Secretary and President of Lucknow. He was associated in active politics, and after Indira Gandhi became Prime Minister, started practicing in this Honorable High Court. Before starting advocacy, His Lordship was actively involved in politics. His Lordship was initially appointed as Judge of this Honorable High Court on 3/1/1989. Late Justice S.H.A. Raza also served as Senior Judge of Lucknow Bench. After retirement, His Lordship was appointed First Lokayukt of Uttarakhand. Now Justice S.H.A. Raza is not with us, but his words and works are with us. Justice Raza passed away on 7/12/2024. Honorable Mr. Justice Vikas Srivastava was born on 28/6/1960 in district Varanasi. He did his graduation in science from Uday Pratap College, Varanasi in 1980. He did law graduation in 1983 from Gorakhpur University. His lordship was enrolled in the bar in the year 1984 and started practice in civil side. His lordship joined UPHJS on 10th June 2005 and served in different capacities as a district judge Balia, Gorakhpur, Sitapur and Raebareli. In Honorable High Court, His Lordship served as Registrar Service, Joint Registrar Listing, and on 22nd/1/2017 appointed as Senior Registrar in Honorable High Court, Lucknow Bench. His Lordship was sworn as an additional judge of Honorable High Court of Judicature at Allahabad on 12 November 2018 and took oath as permanent judge on 20th November 2020. After retirement, his lordship met a heart attack in the family function and took his last breath. With these few words, I wish to pay homage on my own behalf as well as on behalf of Honorable Advocate General UP and state law officers to departed souls. My deepest condolence to the families of the departed souls. Kindly convey my condolence to the bearer.
Honorable the Senior Judge, His Lordship's other companion judges of this Honorable Court, Shri R.D. Shahi, Advocate, President of Awadh Bar Association, Shri Kuldeep Pati Tripathi, Additional Advocate General of Uttar Pradesh, Senior Advocates, Senior Counsel, respected members of the Bar, members of the Registry. Today we have assembled here to mourn the sad demise of late Honorable Justice Sayyid Haider Abbas Raza and late Honorable Mr. Justice Vikas Kumar Srivastava, both former judges of this Honorable Court. Late Justice Raza was a man of many parts, a student leader, an agitationist of public causes, a heritage and history lover, a dabbler in politics, raring to contribute in public life, and then finally a man of law. It was the field of law where his personality fully blossomed, first as a lawyer, then as a judge of this Honorable Court for 13 years, and thereafter as the first Lokayukt of the then newly carved state of Uttarakhand. In his spiritual pursuits, late Justice Raza was a follower of the famous Chishti Sufi saint Makhdoom Sayyid Ashraf Jahangir Samnani of the famous Dargah of Chaucha Sharif in Ayodhya. Whereas for his political and worldly outlook, He imbibed the communist philosophy. These two blends kept guiding his life actions. Judgments penned by him as judge of this honorable court in the matter of daily wages, casual laborers, ad hoc employees, are recepta liquidator, if I could borrow the Latin phrase, for the deep love and compassion he had in his heart for the weaker and the deprived sections of the society. His judgments changed many lives. His judgments in the PILs on the historic Jhandewala Park of Aminabad and Begum Hazrat Mahal Park near Old High Court building are testimony to the love which late Justice Raza had for the heritage and history. Lucknow also as a city owes a special thanks to him. His contributions in whatever role he performed are indelible. I pay my heartfelt condolences on behalf of all the Central Government Council and also on my own behalf. May the Almighty give the departed soul the eternal peace and his family members and the loved ones strength enough to bear the loss. My lords, the sudden news of untimely demise of late Justice Vikas Kumar Srivastava left all of us in a state of deep shock. He had demitted office of the judge of this honorable court only recently in June 2022 after a stint of approximately 3.5 years. Before his elevation as a judge of this honorable court, though, as a member of higher judicial services of the state also, he had a couple of stints in senior positions in the registry of this court since 2005 itself. The members of the bar had had many occasions to be in his touch on different issues while he was in registry. The bar has seen him working in both the roles. In both the capacities, he deftly handled what was presented before him for consideration or adjudication. Speaking for myself, I must say that my literary and cultural activities in the bar gave me fair share of opportunity to interact with him on various issues and topics when he was in the registry. He was fond of legal literature, biographies, and autobiographies. It was a sheer coincidence that once during conversations, it revealed that we both were reading the same book, The Story of My Life by a famous 19th century American lawyer, Clarence Darrow. I pay my heartfelt condolences on behalf of all the Central Government Council and also on my own behalf. May the Almighty give the departed soul the eternal peace and his family members and the loved ones strength enough to bear the loss. My lords, occasions like these provide us moments to reflect upon life, its meaning and purpose. Hayrat Ilahabadi, a famous Urdu poet, captures it all in one of his couplets I recite. आगाह अपनी मौत से कोई बशर नहीं, सामान 100 बरस का है, पल की खबर नहीं. With this, I rest my words.
My distinguished colleagues on the bench, Shri S.H.A, President Awadh Bar Association, Shri Kuldeepati Tripathi, Additional Advocate General, Government of UP, Shri Surimani Singh Raikwar, Senior Panel, Council Union of India, Senior Advocates, learned state law officers, learned members of the bar, officers and members of the registry. It is with a heavy heart and profound sense of loss that we have gathered to speak out the life and legacy of a true pillar of our judiciary, Justice Syed Haider Abbas Raza, who left for heavenly abode on December 7, 2024. The death of Justice Raza marks not only the loss of an esteemed legal mind, but also the departure of a compassionate soul whose life has touched countless lives, both inside and outside the courtroom. Born on December 7, 1939 in Faizabad, Justice Raza's early years were marked by a deep respect for education and values instilled by his family. He came from a lineage connected to the revered Sufi saint Makhdoom Sayyid Ashraf Jahangir Simnani, and from an early age, it was clear that the pursuit of knowledge and truth would define his life's path. His father, late Mehdi Hassan, taught him the importance of education as the foundation for everything else in life. It's no surprise that with such a strong foundation, Justice Raza attained great intellect, conviction, and empathy. Education is the most powerful weapon which you can use to change the world. These words by Nelson Mandela are reflected in Justice Raza's own journey. Throughout his education in Lucknow, he participated in student movements, and during his tenure as a lawyer and a judge, he never deviated from the belief that education and awareness of one's rights were the keys to empowerment. He believed that to fight for justice, one must understand the law, but more importantly, one must also have a heart that beats for the oppressed and destitutes. Justice Raza's legal career was marked by an unwavering commitment to the principles of justice and fairness. As a lawyer, he specialized in service, labor, civil, and constitutional law, and his dedication to the fairness was evident in every case he contested. He once said, "A lawyer's duty is not just to win a case, but to ensure justice is served." It was this very philosophy that guided him throughout his illustrious career. From his involvement in political cases in the 1970s to his role in defending the rights of the workmen and marginalized communities, Justice Raza was always at the forefront, who never backed off despite all adversity. In 1988, his elevation as a judge of the Allahabad High Court at Lucknow was not a mere progression. It was the recognition of a man who had devoted his life to understanding the law and upholding it with integrity through his immense legal acumen. His judgments in service, labor, civil, as well as constitutional matters have left an indelible mark and are milestones in the legal pathways. Justice Raza's judgments were not merely legal decisions, they were engrossment of his deep love for justice, his commitment to equity, and his belief in the fundamental rights of every individual. His judgments in public interest litigations, particularly those involving historical parks and the preservation of cultural heritage, remain some of the most discussed cases in the history of the state's judicial system. These rulings are not about law alone. They were about protecting the soul of humanity, preserving its identity, and safeguarding its future. Justice Raza retired from the bench in 2001, but his retirement did not mark the end of his service to the nation. In fact, his appointment as the first Lok Ayukt of Uttarakhand in the same year was a testament to his unwavering dedication to public service. In his new role, he continued to uphold the values he inherited: integrity, transparency, compassion, and accountability. His tireless efforts to combat corruption and ensure that justice reached even to the remote areas of the state earned him the respect and admiration from all the facets. In the words of former President APJ Abdul Kalam, we should not give up and we should not allow the problem to defeat us. Justice Raza lived by this very principle, and it was this spirit that drove his relentless fight for justice even after his retirement. His contribution to the legal community and to the people at large was so significant that he was honored with the Pride of Uttarakhand Award and the Uttarakhand Ratna, distinctions that spoke to his lifelong commitment to justice and the betterment of society. However, his true legacy lies not in the titles he held or the awards he received, but in the kindness, wisdom, and humility he demonstrated. His office and his chambers were always open to young lawyers seeking advice, and he was known for his willingness to share his knowledge and experience with others. His belief in education, mentorship, and the power of the next generation of lawyers remains an enduring part of his legacy. As we remember Justice Saeed Haider Abbas Raza today, a Urdu couplet comes to my mind. जिंदगी ऐसी जियो कि दूसरों को रश्क हो, मौत हो ऐसी कि दुनिया देर तक मातम करे. Justice Haider Abbas Raza is survived by his wife, Mrs. Raisutus Zohra, who stood by him in all highs and lows of life. Justice Raza's daughter, Dr. Nishat Haider, is a professor in English and is presently serving the prestigious institution Jamia Millia Islamia, New Delhi. The son-in-law of Justice Raza, Mr. Kamran Rizvi, is a senior IAS officer and presently is serving as Secretary, Heavy Industries, New Delhi. The son of Justice Raza, Mr. Mehdi Abbas Raza, is an electrical engineer and is posted at Gurgaon. The demise of Justice Haider Abbas Raza has left a void that cannot be filled, but his memory and his teachings will continue to guide us for a long time to come. Destiny has been harsh upon judiciary as we have lost another judge of this court, Justice Vikas Srivastava, on 4th December 2024, who had retired a couple of years ago, leaving a void in the judiciary and in the hearts of all who knew him. Born on the 28th of June 1960 in Varanasi, the late Urmilesh Kumar Srivastava, who worked as a senior divisional audit officer at Varanasi, and late Srimati Pushpa Srivastava, a graduate and homemaker. Justice Srivastava was a man of intellect, humility, and unwavering dedication. Despite coming from a family of government officers, he charted his own path in the field of law, dedicating his life to justice and public service. After graduating in science from Uday Pratap Mahavidyalaya, Varanasi in 1980 and earning his law degree from Gorakhpur University in 1983, he was enrolled in the bar in 1984. Practicing under the esteemed guidance of learned Satish Kant Srivastava, advocate, he developed a vast expertise in civil law. Justice Srivastava held several prestigious positions during his career, including Chief Standing Counsel for Varanasi Vikas Pradhikaran and Nagar Nigam Varanasi. He also represented numerous central and state government establishments as well as educational institutions. His passion for public welfare was evident in his widely read newspaper columns on consumer awareness. In 2005, he was appointed to the UP Higher Judicial Service. He also served the High Court at Allahabad as Joint Registrar Accounts, Joint Registrar Services, and Joint Registrar Listing. He also served the judiciary as District and Sessions Judge, Sitapur, and also as District Judge, Raebareli. On 22nd of January 2017, Justice Srivastava was appointed as Senior Registrar in this High Court at Lucknow. He made significant assistance with teamwork to the building committee in chalking out a procedure for allotment of lawyers' chambers. On November 22nd, 2018, he was appointed as an additional judge of the Allahabad High Court and thereafter took oath of permanent judge on November 20, 2020. He retired on June 27, 2022, leaving behind a legacy of fairness, wisdom, and dedication. At the time of his demise, Justice Srivastava was working as a presiding officer in Central Government Industrial Tribunal at New Delhi and was due to retire in August 2026. Justice Vikas Kumar Srivastava is survived by his wife, Mrs. Chandrakala Srivastava, a graduate in arts and a homemaker. Justice Srivastava has 4 children. The elder daughter, Mrs. Soumya Srivastava, is a practicing lawyer in the High Court at Allahabad. She is married to Mr. Akash Singh, an ex-commercial pilot who is presently engaged in publication of books for competitive examination. His second daughter, Mrs. S.H.A. Srivastava, who is also a practicing lawyer in the Supreme Court of India, is married to Mr. Sagar Ratnani, who is engaged in the business of software and stock exchange in district Surat of the state of Gujarat. The youngest children, Kunvar Vikas Srivastava and Mrs. Asta Srivastava, are twins. Kunvar Vishwas is a law graduate and is preparing for competitive examinations, whereas Mrs. Asta, whose marriage took place recently, has passed MCom and MBA and is presently in employment at Ahmedabad. Her husband is serving in an organization in Canada as consultant. The life and career of Justice Srivastava is a testament to his commitment to the rule of law and the betterment of society. His judgments reflected not only his legal acumen, but also his compassion and deep sense of justice. A couplet comes to my mind in line with his tragic moment. हमारी जिंदगी के बाद एक ऐसा दिन भी आएगा, हमारी याद तो आएगी लेकिन हम नहीं होंगे. I, on behalf of the High Court and the entire legal fraternity, extend my heartfelt condolences to the bereaved families. May they find strength in cherished memories of the departed souls and the legacy of service they have left behind. May the departed souls rest in eternal peace, and may their attainments continue to inspire all of us to ensure justice to all, to fight for the rights of the vulnerable, and to never lose sight of the truth. May I request all present to kindly stand up for observing 2 minutes silence in the memory of late Justice Hyder Abbas Raza and late Justice Vikas Srivastava. As a mark of respect to the departed souls, the judicial work for the rest of the day shall remain suspended.